Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to I think my second or third Evolve and Eric review. This is not a reaction, so you won't see my live reaction. However, to the person who recommended this album, I am so sorry, bro. I actually wanted to post my reaction. I did it on Twitch one night. I had it scheduled for 3 days, like 3 days to. It was supposed to drop. It was supposed to drop today, basically. I look at my YouTube. The caption said Nujabes spiritual state reaction, and the video was a fucking Toby Lou reaction. So I'm so sorry. I butchered it accidentally, and I already deleted the file because I thought I uploaded it to YouTube. I need to pay a little more attention. It was very late night when I uploaded it. I feel so bad. However, if you want to see my actual reaction, I did do it on Twitch. It's still on Twitch at this very moment. If you just type in Evolve and Eric on Twitch, go to the video from like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. You'll see it because you'll see the album cover. Whenever you see the album cover, if you want to see my actual reaction and my chat's reaction, you can go there. That goes for anybody who's watching this as it came out. By the time, if you're watching this like weeks later, it's probably not going to be there. But I can tell you how I felt about it in this review. So that's what the purpose of this is, for the people who may have missed it. And just so you could hear my further thoughts on it. Just expounded on outside of the music. So I love this album. I'm gonna just spoiler alert, or should I tell you my rating for it at the end? I'll tell you my rating at the end because I'm not gonna talk too much longer. We'll just go through kind of like what I see and what I heard. So first, we won't go through like every track, but just the ones that stood out to me. First of all, I'll go over the entire. Actually, let's just do that. Incredible album, so smooth, so many layers. So many things going on at once, but they all work. All the elements work. You could tune into so many different elements. And what I like, this album was called Spiritual State. I love the spiritual theme of it. I love that the artists that were on the project were actually saying something. That was the same thing I felt about Modal Sun. The artists that he chooses to put on his project actually have substance. They have things to say. And I really, really respect that. And I think that's so dope. Uyama Hiroto is playing on the first track, Spiritual State. I came to that record, I was like, oh my goodness, what? This is great. And I thought Uyama was gonna be singing, but turns out Uyama, I figured out through listening to the project, is a saxophonist. Well, instrumentalist really, but they played saxophone a few times throughout this album. I love that too. It was like a jazz influenced, like breakbeat kind of melodic album. And I never heard that before, where it's like the melodies of the beat and then somebody's playing saxophone over it and then it's still rocking with a whole different style to it. I thought that was super sick. Shout out to Sidestar, did his, I think it's a he did his thing. Pace Rock, City Lights. Pace Rock, I'm looking at the track list if you're wondering what I'm looking at. Pace Rock and Substantial. Them guys as rappers, good as hell. Yo, please, if you know who those artists are, could you tell me if they're in a rap group or if they're just individual artists? I can look them up, but I would appreciate, I like a little music discourse. That's why I made this page, to just talk about music and like connect with other music lovers. So let me know if you know where they're from or anything about them. I thought they did so good, especially on their individuals. Bro, yes? Oh my God. That track is so tough. Subject matter, wordplay. The beat, smooth. Like, I feel like if I was down, I could listen to that record and I'm going to feel better. Same with Waiting for the Clouds, Substantial. On the City Lights record, I thought they were cool. They did good. But on Yes and on Waiting for the Clouds, them boys shined. I saw how good of rappers and lyricists or whatever they want to be called as. I saw it on there. The reason why I said that, bruh, I remember I was hosting live. This is just a side note. I was hosting a live event. It's music related though. I was hosting a music event where it's like an artist showcase, and there's an older MC. I won't say his name, excuse me, in case he just sees this randomly. I was like, yo, such and such, one of the illest lyricists, so one of the illest MCs. That's what I said. One of the illest MCs out, because he was an older head. So older heads, they usually go by MC. Like, I'm an MC. They take pride in that. If you know hip hop, you know. I said that. This man said, I'm not an MC. I'm a lyricist. Shut your bitch ass up. But anyways, that was just a sidebar. Back to the album. Absolutely loved it. Another thing, This reminded me of the Adult Swim times. One of my boys said that in the chat. He's like, this takes me back to Adult Swim. And I said, I think they actually did use his beats. They used Nujabes and Jay Dilla beats in the like commercial breaks and in betweens on Adult Swim. I think they actually did. I think that's an actual fact. We looked it up. It was a fact. Our ears know what's up. So I love that element to it. Last thing I want to say, Island. Whoo, that is such a luscious, melodic, spiritual record. Shout out to Uyama Hiroto playing on it and Hiraka Nakamura. I hope I said both of those names correctly. They both did their thing. This is an excellent project. This was my favorite Nujabes project so far. We're gonna do the Lovesick Hexology after this. I'll probably do that today on stream. So if any of you guys catch this and you can catch me on stream, that's what we'll do. I have to redeem myself because today the reaction for this was supposed to drop and it was such a good reaction. I have to redeem myself. So I will do that. Other than that, if my rating for this album, 10 out of 10, instant classic. There's no way I could judge this album. There's no way I could hate this album. There's no way I could be sad listening to this album. There's so many elements about this album that I absolutely love. R.I.P. Nujabes. I wish he was still around. There's no notes that I could give. I'm the student here. I need to be taking notes. Enough said. Thank you for watching this review. Almost said reaction, but review. I appreciate you. Let me know if I should do more album reviews instead of reactions, and I definitely will do more. If you enjoy this, make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Thank you for watching this. And let me get my transition in. Let me let SpongeBob tell y'all a little something. Not too much, though, because this is Nujabes. We can't let SpongeBob say too much on this. Although Nujabes probably would love that. However, I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day or night. And no matter what you do in this life, make sure that you
keep evolving.